Okay, next, number 4, we want to find a line. They're asking us to write it in slope-intercept form, so that's important. We have to know what format they want. So slope-intercept form is the y equals mx plus b form. We want to find that equation of line that's perpendicular to this given line, 5x plus 4y plus 8 equals 0, and it's got to pass through negative 5, 4. Okay, so first thing we have to do is we have to figure out what the slope is of the original line, because that's going to tell us what line's got to be, what slope has to be perpendicular to that. So let's start with that one. We're going to do 5x plus 4y plus 8 equals 0. Okay, so we're going to solve for y, because by putting it into slope-intercept form we can tell what the slope is directly from that one. Okay, so we're going to move the 5x and the 8 over to the other side, so we get negative 5x minus 8. And then you want to divide everything by 4, so divide each of these by 4. And when we do, we get y is equal to negative 5 fourths x minus 2. So the slope of the original line is negative 5 fourths. Now, we got the word perpendicular that's there. The word perpendicular means opposite reciprocal slope. So this is the point that I want the line to go through. This is my x1, y1. And I want to use the correct slope. Now, if it says parallel, parallel means you have the same slope. So if this said parallel, I would be using negative 5 fourths. Instead, I want to pick a line that's perpendicular to this, so I got to do opposite reciprocal slope. So the slope I want to use is positive 4/5. We got opposite sign of this one, we flip the fraction, so you get 4/5. So again, this first line, all you're using it for, notice that we didn't even use this negative 2. You don't need that. All you're using the first line for is to figure out what the original slope of that line was. So that way you know what slope it's got to be perpendicular to that one. So negative 5 fourths perpendicular, we flip it and change the sign, so it's 4/5. And now we're going to put it into our point slope formula. Any formula that I've been using so far here, you have to make sure you know those for the test. So this is one formula you'll have to know, is the point slope formula. Okay, so we're going to put in the y1 is 4. I have 4/5 goes in there for m. Then I have x minus negative 5. Now if you have x minus a negative, that's going to turn that into a positive, so plus 5. We need to keep working through this until we get into slope-intercept form. So we're going to do y minus 4 equals 4/5 x. And then we multiply it by the 5. 4/5 times 5 over 1. 5's will cancel. You'll get plus 4. Then we just add 4 to both sides. So you get 4/5 x plus 8. And then this would be your final answer. So this line right here passes through negative 5, 4. And this line happens to be perpendicular to the original line because it has the opposite reciprocal slope.